Okay, so I saw this video or this news article just the other day. Um, it's only in Japan, and actually, I saw this while I was in Japan. Um, it's a cram school aimed at high school students, but the entire thing is run by VTubers. Here, let's look at the article here. So yeah, Japan is getting its first cram school for high schoolers, where all of the teachers are actual VTubers. So all of the people here, I'm assuming these are the instructors for it, but it's interesting because it's not just teachers that are like, oh yeah, I'll pilot a VTube model and teach English or math or whatever the class is, but like these are actual VTubers. I don't recognize any of them, so if you know any of these people, feel free to leave something in the comments about who these people are. I think that they're Japanese VTubers, which I'm not on the up and up so much about. But yeah, they were actual VTubers, and they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, I can teach an English class, sure. Let's see, Japanese company Luminaris, which operates a cram school in Tokyo, recently announced opening a virtual cram school, Wish High. It'll be the first ever cram school for high schoolers in Japan, where all classes are taught by VTubers. Set to officially launch on March 1st. So it actually, as of today's date, it launched 4 days ago. This is an actual thing. The service targets high schoolers who live in rural areas that don't have access to cram schools or don't attend schools. Apparently, non-attendance is totally legal in Japan. But that aside, I think that's a great idea as far as like, I guess, whenever you see like anime or manga or something, whenever people are going to cram school, it's always in a city. But then thinking about, I am totally blanking on the name of the anime, but like, what about the people that live out in the countryside where it's like, okay, well, we have 4 kids enrolled in the school. Like, they don't stand a chance. They're not going to cram school. So I think that this is great and somewhat levels the playing field a little bit. They say that they're also targeting students that don't attend school. So I think that that's probably a good idea also. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to not go to school, but I think that there's probably a bit of a crossover between people who aren't going to school and people who are watching VTubers. Let's see, what else? English, physics, chemistry, classical literature, world history, Japanese history. What's interesting about them, though, is that they're not just educators with animated avatars, but actual VTubers who work as individual content creators and have their own personal channels where they do live streams and playthroughs. So again, it's not just like, oh, we hired a bunch of teachers and they're going to sit behind a webcam piloting a VTuber, but instead it's the other way around, where it's somebody who's like, oh yeah, I'm a VTuber and I've been playing games on stream for the past 5 years, but now I'm an English teacher, or I'm going to teach chemistry. I think that's really interesting. The service is marketed for high schoolers. However, the video courses are available to anyone who is willing to learn or to brush up on their high school knowledge. It says that on top of the paid monthly lessons, which go for about $65, they've set up a YouTube channel where students can get to know their teachers outside of class. Okay, so like it's almost like a corporate, like they've joined like a corporation, Wish I. So let's see, they get to know their students outside of class. Okay, so yeah, the paid monthly lessons, which go for around $65 US. You know, I don't know what cram school prices are usually like, but I think that for I think tutoring lessons for $65 a month, that's probably not too bad. 9,900 yen. Okay. Granted, I was a tourist, but when I was in Japan, I could spend about 10,000 yen. I mean, if I was being irresponsible, I'm sure I could spend it a lot faster, but, you know, just on meals and stuff, 10,000 yen lasted me, I don't know, maybe 3 days. So, anyway, I think $65 is a very reasonable price. So, Related articles. Japanese senior citizen VTuber agency behind 86-year-old virtual idol to launch a rent-a-grandmother business. Well, that, besides that, funny news story. So anyway, yeah, Wish High. And yeah, you can apparently take your classes by a VTuber. You can get your Cram school diploma from some of your favorite VTubers, such as Red Hair, Pink Flower, or Red Hair with Glasses and Beret, Blue Hair with ears. Anyway, like I said, I don't know any of these, but what do you think? Would you enroll in VTuber Cram School? Would you enroll as a student? Would you enroll as an instructor? And if so, what would you teach at VTuber High School? So anyway, it was a really interesting news story I saw, so I thought that it would be fun to comment on it. So anyway, thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.